Hello, friends. Welcome to Slow Flow into Restorative. So we'll get started seated on our mat. Just come into any comfortable seat. You can move the flesh from the sitting bones and sit up nice and tall as you release the hip creases. Just find a gentle lift up through your spine. So a sense of rooting down, lifting up, and breathing through the body, finding some space within the body. Closing your eyes, roll your shoulders back. Take a nice full breath in, all the way up from the perineum to the crown of your head. And exhale, release down into the ground. Inhaling up from the lower body through all the way up to the crown of your head. Exhale from the crown all the way down and out. Good, so inhaling through the nose, releasing through the mouth. We'll start to add in a pause. We're going to hold the breath at the top. So inhaling up from the low body through the crown of the head. Holds. Hold for one more moment. And then release out the mouth. Good. Two more like that. Deep breath in, filling the body all the way to the crown. Hold. Hold for another moment. And release it all out. Sigh it out. One more like that. Deep cleansing breath to collect all the bits and pieces of stress and everything that it's collected over time for the day. Hold, hold, hold. One more little moment, and then release everything. Let it go out of your body to be reabsorbed by the earth and recycled. Good. Sitting up nice and tall. Just bring your chin towards your chest and bring your hands to your heart. Just finding a moment of silence, a moment of gratitude, a moment of honor and reverence for your journey. And for all of those who have come before to guide us on this path. Whatever path you are on, and all of those who have come to help to guide you. Just a moment to connect to yourself, to our collective unconscious that unites us all. Raising your head, letting that go. Deep breath in. Exhale again, out your mouth. Opening your eyes, and we'll start to bring some movement into the body, making some circles, just nice and slow. Nice deep breaths. Changing direction. Movement into our hips, into the spine, shoulders, even the head. Good, and then sitting up nice and tall, just head rolls here. You can just rock side to side if you'd like, if this neck is really tight, or you can take your head into full circles. Nice and slow, go with breath. And changing direction. Good. Tilt your right ear to your right shoulder and bring your hands to your head above your ear. Just lightly draw the right ear down to the right shoulder. As you drop the shoulders, keep the chest lifted and bring your left fingertips to the ground. Perhaps starting to walk them out a little bit or maybe back. And then turning your chin down towards the floor. Look at the floor. And bring your hand further behind your head. To find another angle here. Breathing into your neck, and then releasing, bringing your head up and tilting it over to the left. Hands to the top of the head or the side of the head, and just draw the ear down towards the shoulder as you drop the shoulders away from your ears. And bring your right fingertips to the floor, maybe walking them out, or even back behind you. Breathing into the side of your neck, and then looking down towards the floor. Hand comes more behind your head to stretch the back of the neck. Good. Bring your head back up to center. Interlace your fingers and bring your hands to the base of your skull, chin to the chest, and stretch the back of the neck here. Breathing into the space between your shoulder blades, breathing into the length of your neck all the way up to where your hands are. And then gently release. Shoulder rolls now. Bring the shoulders up to the ears, rolling them back and down. Nice and slow. Starting to make the circles a little bit bigger, perhaps. Good, and then rolling them forward. Good, and then up to the ears, squeeze, and then let them go. Up to the ears, and let it go. Up to the ears, let it drop. Woo, shake it out. Awesome. All right, go ahead and lie down on your back and hug your knees into your chest. And then we'll take a couple of little supine twists here. Stretch your arms out to the side. And then bring your knees and just drop them over to the right. You can rest your right hand on your legs to kind of tamp it down. Right, left shoulder to the ground and look towards your left and breathe. Good. And then bringing your knees in towards your chest, just drop your legs over to the left, right shoulder to the ground, maybe your arms in a cactus, goalpost shape, stretched out, left hand to tamp down the legs, and just find your breath. Breathing into your body, into any tight spaces. Awesome. Bringing your knees back in, hug your nose up towards your knees. And then we're just going to bring your arms in front of you, squeeze your belly down, and start to extend. Left leg. Good. Bring it back. Right leg. Just extending it as far as it will go. It doesn't have to come all the way to the ground. Just extending it straight out. If it needs to be up a little higher, that's fine. Just back and forth. You can bring your hands behind your head if you'd like to help to lift your head up. Keep your shoulders relaxed and keep the work going in your belly. Good. If your hands are not behind your head, bring them there. And then we're going to start to, cat hairs. We're going to start to take some, go side to side. Work on the obliques here. So you're going to bring left knee to right, left elbow to right knee, and then vice versa. Try to go slow. Try to keep the activity centered here in the abdomen. Keep your low belly on the floor, and just side to side. Bicycle crunches. Keep breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your feet down. And just let your legs kind of windshield wiper side to side. Good. Place your feet on the floor. We're going to take a rolling bridge pose. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath you. Maybe grab the edges of your mat here with your hands and kind of pull the mat towards your feet. Press your feet down and lift the hips up. Roll your shoulders underneath you as you spin the palms to face up. Still gripping the mat. And then slowly roll down the spine, one vertebra at a time. Inhale to roll all the way up. Drawing your hands down towards your feet. Exhale, roll it down. You can just have hands pressing into the mat here if that's easier. Just lifting up, just getting that sense, rolling down, of reaching your arms towards your heels and tucking your shoulder blades underneath you. Good. 2 more. Awesome. Bring it on down. Good. Cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh and thread the needle. Right hand in between the legs and interlace fingers behind the hamstring or in front of your shin. Draw your left leg towards you as you press your right leg away from you. Good. And gently release. Other side. Left ankle with a flexed foot crosses on top of the right thigh, threading the needle, drawing that right leg towards you. Left leg presses away from you. Good. We're going to rock and roll up to Navasana boat pose, nose to your knees, and just round your spine, kind of roll, build a little momentum, rolling along the vertebra. And come on up to balance on your sitting bones. Lift your legs to straight or perpendicular to the floor. Shins, arms out, or maybe hold on, or even bring your hands down. We're going to lift the chest, trying to keep your back straight. So pull your low back in and lift your heart, roll your shoulders back. Good. And then we're going to inhale to extend halfway down. Come to your low back, but not your shoulders. Don't let your feet touch the floor. Exhale, coming back up to boat. So going high to low. Inhale to extend just for 9 more. Good. Exhale, come up. That's 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. Breathe. 3. 2. And 1. Cross your legs. Good. Hands and knees now. Let's just make some big circles with the body. Circling around. Woo. Circling around the ankle, the wrists, the hips, moving in circles, the shoulders, even the head. Nice full deep breaths. Body rolls. Change direction. Good. Coming to your hands and your knees here. And then taking some cat-cow. So spread the fingers wide, shoulders over wrists, knees under your hips. And inhale for your cow pose. Exhale, push the floor away for your cat pose, belly to spine. Inhale, shoulders back, head, chest, and tailbone lift. Exhale, rounding for cat. Go with your breath. Couple more. Awesome. Bring your big toes to touch. Separate your knees and sit your hips down onto your heels. Stretch your arms out. Child's pose. Bring that forehead down and relax your face. Good. Just take a moment again to check in. Deep breath in to feel the back body. Exhale into the mat. Awesome. Come back up to your tabletop and then walk your hands out for a puppy pose. Chest comes towards the floor. Forehead or chin comes down. Good. Breathe into your shoulders and armpits and stretch. Awesome. Walking yourself back up. And then press on up into a downward facing dog. Shake your head yes, shake it no, flutter your lips. You can shake anything out. You can pedal your feet. You can open one hip and then the other. Taking any movements that feel good here. Even kind of coming forward, circling the body here. Just doing whatever feels good. Working intuitively. Breathing into any tight spaces. Good, and then nice, strong, downward-facing dog. I'm going to walk your feet up to your hands. Try to keep your belly in and your hands down like you're going to press up into a handstand. Just walking foot, foot, foot. Keep your knees straight if you can. You can bend them if you need to. Forward fold. Grab your elbows. Bend your knees if you need to. Good. Roll the inner thighs towards the back wall. Lift your hips right over the heels. Even if your knees are bent, you're still trying to lift and spread the backs of the legs. And then find a halfway lift, long spine. Inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Grab elbows, crossing the arms the opposite way. Maybe swaying a little side to side. Good. Roll up the spine. Arms heavy like a rag doll. One vertebra at a time. Bringing the arms up. Inhale. And exhale, hands coming down through the heart center. Good. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, sit down into chair pose. Good. Squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. Even if they're not touching, there's an imaginary block there in between them. And sink the hips down and back a little bit. Bring more weight towards your heels. Reach forward and up. Belly in, heart lifted, shoulders relaxed. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands and step just your left foot back, finding a lunge. You can rock back and forth. Good. Bringing the left knee down to the ground now. Untuck your toes. Anjaneyasana, arms up. Good. Breathing here. And then take your left hand down toward your heel. Maybe it touches, maybe it doesn't. And reach your right arm up, kind of taking almost like a little back bend here. Good. And then both arms up. Anjaneyasana. Breathe. You can also use blocks for this. Right hand back, maybe touching the heel, maybe just touching your leg somewhere. Lift up, strong legs. Lift up and out of the waist to reach up through your left fingertips. Squeeze your buttocks in and lift the chest up, lean back. And then inhale, Anjaneyasana. Hands come to the heart and twist. Left elbow to outside of right thigh. Maybe tucking the back toes and coming up off of that knee. Drawing the spine long and twisting your heart towards your thumbs. Good. Bringing the knee back down, hands down, and then rocking it back so that you're coming into a half split. You can keep your arms forward, maybe your head towards your thigh or towards your knee, and coming up onto the heel of that right foot and draw your right hip crease back. And then rocking it forward, lifting the heart, shoulders back. Exhale, rocking it back, squeezing that thigh and drawing the leg back into the socket. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, rocking back. Good. The next time you come forward, left hand down, right arm reaches back, grab the top of your foot and draw your heel toward your bum and breathe. Maybe your right foot, your right knee drops out to the right a little bit. Good. And then bringing your right hand down. Just go ahead and press yourself to a plank pose. Inhale, plank pose, exhale, hold. Good. Bring your knees down to the ground on an exhale. Lower your chest and your chin down at the same time, with your buttocks kind of staying up. Bring your chest and chin down, and then sliding your front body forward. Oh, my cat has caught a Halloween costume mouse tail. Good job, Kronos. Roll your shoulders back, firm legs. Cobra pose on your inhale. Exhale, press it up and back to a child's pose. Woo! Good job, Kronos. I'm so proud of you. You're such a good hunter. You're doing great. Breathing into your back body. Exhaling into your mat. Good. Press it on up to your downward facing dog. Breathing here. Push the floor away. Send your hips up and back and send your legs straight back toward the wall behind you. Good. Look forward in between your hands. Bend your knees and exhale. Perhaps jump in between your hands or just walk like you did before. Walk, walk, walk. Drawing belly in, pushing the floor away. Or you bend your knees, look forward, and hop. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising all the way up. Reaching the arms up. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good job, Kronos. Wow. Wow. Inhale, raising, give them a lot of praise, you know. Inhale, raising the arms up. Exhale, back down into your chair pose. Good. Hold it here. And forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands and step the right foot back, finding your lunge. Rocking it back and forth. And breathing, bringing your right knee down to the ground, squeezing the legs energetically towards each other, finding stability, rising up for your Anjaneyasana. Good, reaching back with your right hand, reaching up with the left. Kind of squeezing the tailbone in and lifting the heart up. So you're kind of starting to do a back bend here. Squeezing in to lift up out of the waist. And then Anjaneyasana, other arm back, finding balance here. Anjaneyasana, inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. And then twist. You can come up off of the back knee if you'd like, looking over your shoulder, squeezing your legs towards each other and keeping a soft gaze. Bringing the knee down again, hands come to the ground, and then rocking it back and forth. Rocking the hips back, coming up onto the left heel. Squeezing that leg firm and bringing that left hip crease back in space. Kronos, I'm so proud of you. Your hunting skills have really improved in quarantine. You're doing great. The next time you come forward, right hand down, bend the back knee, see if you can reach back and grab the top of your foot. Pull your heel toward your bum. Maybe this front leg drops open. Maybe it stays upright. Unbelievable. Good, gently release. And then we're just gonna we're gonna bring the right leg up. I can't concentrate. Thank you for being our sound check. You're actually gonna bring the right foot up. Walk your left foot out to the side. Bring your right foot up, so find your malasana, find a squat here. Try to keep your heels on the floor if you can. Hips lower, elbows pressing into the inner knees to open the hips. You can kind of swing them open, let them close, swing them open, let them close, like by driving your fist or your prayer hands kind of down, down. Good, then hold it down, lift your heart up toward your thumbs, sit upright. And breathe. Good. Hands down. Start to lift your hips, spin the toes forward, and find a wide leg forward fold. Hello. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Good. Bring your hands behind your back. You can bend your knees. Roll your shoulders open. Roll them back. And lift your arms up and over your head as you fold towards your knees. Lift your hips now, straightening the legs. Good, maybe turning your body, looking up past your right shoulder to the ceiling, and then turning, looking up past your left shoulder to the ceiling. Keep lifting those arms up. Good, coming back to center. Bend your knees, and slowly, once again, pressing those feet down, roll up. Woo! Bringing your legs closer together now, hip distance apart. Inhale, look up, exhale, hands come to the heart. Good, let's take a tree pose, finding a little bit of balance here. Good, at the top of your mat. Yes, Kronos, I know. Good, so rooting down into your right foot, lift your left leg up and turn the knee out. Grabbing for your ankle, you can bring your foot into your thigh into your foot. Hands can come to the heart. Roll your shoulders back. Stand tall and breathe. Squeeze the two sides of your body in towards the midline. Good. Now, turning your left knee forward, we're going to step back into a warrior one, coming through a warrior three, tilting the torso down, kicking your left leg back, right knee stays a bit bent, finding your warrior three, and then stretch that leg back, rise up, warrior one. Foot comes all the way to the floor. Good. Open to your warrior two, finding space and tracking your right knee over your center line of your right foot. Good. Inhale to flip the front palm and reach forward. Exhale up and back, reverse. Straightening your front leg. Inhale, exhale, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Good, turning that left hand down to the floor now. Spinning the back heel up, finding a twist. Beautiful. Plant your right hand, step your right foot back, plank pose. You can come down knees, chest, and chin, or you can come down straight with elbows in through chaturanga. Heart is reaching for the floor first. Set your body down, roll the shoulders back, find a cobra or an upward dog, and then up and back, downward dog. You can stop in a child's pose in between if you'd like. Kronos, I'm so very proud of you. Now you're sitting in the corner staring at it. Is that an offering? Or are you just showing off? Good. Find some nice deep breaths. Good. Inhale to bend your knees and look forward. Exhale. Try to jump in between your hands. Or keep your legs straight. Scoop your belly in and walk up, pushing the floor away like you're going into a handstand until you get all the way up. Halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise or roll all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. All right, rooting down through your left foot. Lift your right leg up, turn the knee out, your knee is bent, and then grab your ankle with your right hand and bring the foot into the thigh, thigh into the foot, and squeeze the legs. Squeeze both sides of the body together. Hands can come to the heart, find a nice long spine and a steady gaze. And breathe. Good. Spinning that knee forward as you're ready. Releasing the foot back. Keeping that leg strong like you're kicking it back. Tilting the torso forward. You can bring a little bend into the knee. Keep lengthening through the spine. Keep the belly engaged. Warrior 3. And then step that right foot back. Arms up. Warrior 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Warrior 2. Inhale to flip the front palm and reach forward. Exhale, up and back, reverse. Straightening your front leg. Inhale, exhale. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Keep the back of your skull in line with your sacrum. Squeeze your legs up nice and strong and send your left hip, your outer left hip towards your right heel. Good. Right hand comes down. Spin the back heel up. Find a twist. Good, last vinyasa. Stepping it back, maybe doing a upward dog this time. Coming down into chaturanga, flipping over the tops of the feet and drawing the body forward through the shoulders. Squeeze the thighs and butt. Open the heart. And then drawing the belly in, flip back over the toes. Up to your down dog. Shake the head yes and no. We're going to find a half pigeon pose here. So you're going to inhale to bring your right leg forward, bend the knee. Shift your weight forward and turn your right knee towards the right side of your mat as you lift the foot up towards your left wrist and set down the shin. Walk the back leg back, bring the knee down. Keep walking it back, untuck the toes. Right foot flexes. Turn your hips towards to face forward. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale to fold over your right leg. Support your head on something. Put a blanket roll or something underneath the top of your back foot if you feel like your knee is jamming into the floor. Or, if none of this is working, you can place a pillow underneath your right buttocks or thigh. That could kind of help you shift and support enough to be able to hold yourself in the pose. If it's not, you can lie down on your back and do that thread the needle that we did at the beginning. Okay? So starting to slow down and steady your breath here in your half pigeon pose, maybe even walking the arms out ahead of you. Really just letting everything rest, even if places in your body might be opening and sort of resisting that opening. If anything is gripping, just be very gentle. You don't have to force anything to happen. Just allow yourself to be exactly where you are. And use your breath as a guide. Let the breath go first into any places that feel tense or tight. Send your breath as an envoy. Send your breath as a scout. Good. Slowly walking your hands back towards you. And just pressing yourself up to a down dog. You can shake out your leg, shake out your head and neck. And then left leg comes forward, bending your knee. Bring the knee towards the left side of the mat as the foot lifts up towards the right wrist. Keep the left foot flexed, squaring the hips forward, placing something underneath your left hip if it helps you get into the pose. Stay in the pose. Be supported in the pose. Inhale to lift through the heart space, lengthen the spine, and exhale to fold down. Let your forehead come to rest on something. And again, thread the needle on your back as an alternative. Find length in the body. Find space with the breath. Just take it breath by breath. Settling in. Let your exhales be releasing. Notice if your face and jaw or eyes are holding any tension, releasing the whole head. Like it could just melt right off. Slowly walking your hands back towards you. Go ahead and lift that left leg up and shake it out. And then just come down to a child's pose. Big toes again to touch, forehead to the mat. Deep breath into your back body and let it go. Walk your hands back towards you and sit up. All right, for our next restorative pose, we're going to take wide legs into an Upavista Konasana and have either props like bolsters and blankets and blocks, or you could just use a piece of furniture to keep it simple. I'm going to show you with my chair here. So I'm going to take my feet wide. I'm at the corner of it. You could do it with any table or chair or whatever you can get your legs around to straddle. Make sure your sit bones and legs are even. Ideally, I wouldn't have two different levels of sofa and mat. Keep everything nice and even. Move the flesh from the sitting bones. You could even sit up on something, a folded mat or blanket or pillow here. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then extend the legs out. You're going to lift your arms up. Inhale as you press the legs down. Exhale. I'm going to kind of fold forward. I'm going to try to lengthen my spine, not round my back. And then bring my head down to my hands or to a pillow. Just let your arms rest, kind of hang over something perhaps, and forehead rest. I'll take my glasses off. Breathing here into my back body, exhaling. So if you feel like you want to go in deeper, you would find props or something closer to the ground. than the seat of the chair. But this can feel really nice. Really relaxing the eyes here. Let everything just melt away, just dripping down your back and into the earth. Everything from the front body just drips all the way down and melts into the earth. See that you're really relaxed. Take the time to set it up so that you're actually really relaxing and you can let every muscle just drop down. If you feel like your back is rounding, it might mean that you need to sit further back away from your props, your chair, or whatever, or that you need to build, or that you need less height so that you can go further down to the ground. Let yourself really rest. Be here for 3 more minutes. So really just let go. Let go of your jaw. Let go of any control over the breath. Just invite the breath to just kind of smooth itself out, slow down, but you don't have to actively work at anything here. If your mind needs something to do, you can count the breaths down from 10. Inhale 10, exhale 10. Inhale 9, exhale 9. Inhale 8, exhale 8, and so on. And if you get down to 0, go back to 10. And if you lose your place, go back to 10. Just gonna slowly walk your hands back towards you as you lift up. Hold on to your inner knees and bring your legs to cross. All right, we're gonna lie down on our back in Supta Baddha Konasana. So bringing some blocks underneath your knees, a bolster underneath your back, and a pillow underneath your head. Bolster long ways, folded blanket or pillow at the top for your head, and then 2 blocks or books or pillows that are the same thickness are going to go underneath your knees. So you're going to sit with your back to your props, bring the soles of your feet together. Your blocks will go on either side underneath your knees, hands down. Lift your hips, tuck your tail. Sit your hips back down. And lay down. So your butt's on the floor, your feet are on the floor, your knees are resting on the blocks. Your head is a little lifted, a little supported so that your chin is lower than the level of your forehead. And if you need to release the low back even more, go ahead, pick your hips up again, tuck your tail forward, or even swipe the buttock flesh with your hands down from the low back towards your heels. Deep breath in, exhale, release. If you can, roll your shoulder blades a little bit underneath you, palms facing up. And totally let go here, breathing fully down through the length of your body, from the crown of your head down to your pelvic floor. And exhaling, release everything out of your body through the pelvic floor into the earth. Relaxing your face, your eyes, your throat, jaw, shoulders, collarbones, legs, arms, belly, heart. Everything just drops. Everything continues to unfold. Keep letting go. Keep that slow and steady breath without effort. When you're ready, you can extend your legs ahead of you. You might stay here for Shavasana. Or you might remove everything from underneath you, lying your back down on the floor. You can keep the pillow for underneath your head. Maybe the bolster or another pillow underneath your knees. Lie back. Tuck your shoulder blades under you, buttock flesh toward the heels. Swoosh, swoosh. Feet flop open. Remove anything from that's near you that you're touching if you're not actively using it. Chin is lower than the level of your forehead. You take a full body breath in. Fill all the way up. Hold your breath. Hold. Hold. Let it go. Totally release yourself to Mother Earth beneath you. Let the earth energy that supports us all on this planet rise up to hold you. It rises up to meet your body. Feeling the breath move through your lungs. The air soft eyes, soft features. Expand out to the sides with your awareness, out to the edges of your body. Front and back, side to side, above and below. Let go. I'll leave you here in your Shavasana. Stay for as long as you are able to today. If you need something to do, you can do those breaths starting from 10 down to 0 and back to 10. If you know you need to go soon, just try to take 10 full cycles of breath before you come up. Be well.